Hey there, welcome to another edition of the Night Sky this week for June 21st, 2021. Hope you had a great week. We've got lots of things happening next few days in the night sky. Why don't we start? First off, I want to welcome everybody who is joining our broadcast today. Share with me where you're watching from. I love to see where all of my stargazing friends are located around the world. I see Mary joining in from Colorado, Sarah from Detroit, Sherry from Illinois, from the USA. We've got fans right across the United States. I'm broadcasting from Montreal, Canada. Welcome. And I wanted to start before diving into the planetarium program. Of course, we're celebrating the solstice. Whether you're in the southern hemisphere or in the northern hemisphere, this is a change of the season. So for those of us, of course, in the northern hemisphere, this is the official time we kick off first day of summer, whereas in the southern hemisphere, those of you there are located in an area where it's now a part of the world, it's turned into winter time. And we're celebrating the solstice, especially at Astronomers Without Borders. Those of you that have been watching me for a number of years know that I help out Astronomers Without Borders. It's my favorite charity. I love working with them, helping them communicate the power of the night sky, the power of it to bring people together. And they have a great campaign on right now called Celebrating the Solstice. It's a photo campaign. And I'd love for all of you, my friends, to participate, whether with a camera that you have a digital SLR, a small snap and shoot one, or maybe your smartphone camera. Most of us have that available to us. And so what they have, I'm going to share with you here, is wonderful photos that are coming in of sunrises and sunsets around the world, all centered around the days of the solstice. So the campaign is running this week, and it's going to be extended until the end of the month, June 30th. There's lots of submissions coming in, and it's so exciting to see. I'm going to share with you a few here on Facebook as well. All you have to do is use the hashtag #OneSky1Solstice. One Sky, One Solstice. Just use that hashtag when you're putting it on your Instagram, on your Twitter, or on your Facebook feed, and we will find that and pull that into a master Instagram gallery. And you can see here as well on Instagram, here's that gallery, One Sky, One Solstice. You can actually search for that hashtag and follow it. And you can see submissions from around the world coming in from Japan, Australia, Malaysia, United States, France, Belgium, Spain. All over the world, people are taking beautiful pictures of their sunrises and sunsets. And I'd love to ask all of you, my stargazing friends, to join in on the fun. Now, all the information is available on Astronomers Without Borders website. You just go to astronomerswithoutborders.org and look for the solstice photo campaign. Click on that on the front page, and it'll give you just some more basic instructions, but it's very easy. If you need some tips or tricks on how to take a picture, it says there how you can share your photographs. There's 3 easy ways. The most easy way seems to be a lot of people are using that hashtag one sky, one solstice, one sky, one solstice hashtag add that to your picture and share it on your own Facebook page or on your Twitter or Instagram account. And also you can upload it via the submission form on this page as well, or you can just email it to photos@astronomerswithoutborders.org. And the accumulation of all these images will create a photo mosaic for this nonprofit, this charity, Astronomers Without Borders, that basically brings resources to underserved communities around the world. They're going to be creating a photo mosaic master out of all the individual sunrise, sunset pictures from around the world. Isn't that cool? And it'll be used to help raise funds to bring resources to all kinds of underserved communities and STEM education resources to children around the world. They really do some really good stuff. Their motto is one people, one sky. Hence, of course, this photo campaign, one sky, one solstice. We share the same sky, folks. And this is just to bring awareness to that. It's a nice little campaign they have online. So all you do is just snap a picture of those photos of your sunrises and sunsets and send them in. Easy peasy. And you've got until the end of June, June 30th, to do that. So check that out. Turning to the chat room, I see Renee from California. Mary's birthday. Happy birthday, Mary. And Hina, greetings from India, she says. Nice of you to join us, Hina. Martin from Montreal, a fellow Montrealer here. Welcome. Nice of you to join. So nice to see everybody and from all over the world. So, of course, this is all about the night sky. Why don't we dive in and see what the night sky has to offer on our planetarium program? Let's begin with that program. Hold on, let me set that up. All right, so why don't we dive in? Here we have the sky set up for June 21st, just after sunset. The skies are darkening, and of course, our friend right away that greets us is Venus, this beautiful star-like object that is pinning down the southwestern sky. It really is a beauty, can't be missed. It's one of the brightest star-like objects. Of course, it's the second planet from the sun, so you get a great opportunity to see a planet easily, one of our neighboring planets. Now, what's also cool is you have Mars just to the upper left, another planet that is much fainter than Venus, but still easy to see. And if you wait until it gets a little bit darker on Monday, June 21st, you'll notice that it's going to be inside a group of stars. Let's just see if I can get that to show. At least next to a group of stars called the beehive cluster. Now, the beehive cluster is marked with this circle right here. You can see it. And Mars, over the next few days this week, will be passing right through this cluster. So let me see if I can just get this centered, and we can get it a little bit darker. And you'll see that there is that cluster. And this will be low in the western horizon. If you have binoculars, this is the best way to see it, or if you have a small telescope. And this is set right now for Monday, June 21st. But by 22nd and 23rd, look what happens. Mars is going to be right in the middle of the beehive star cluster in the constellation Cancer the Crab. That's the constellation that this is happening. So where do you look? The challenge, it's a bit of a challenge, but it's going to be low in the western horizon. So you can see there is the Cancer the Crab constellation, and the beehive cluster is going to be in the background of Mars. So Mars is a naked eye object. It's something you can see as an orange, looks like an orange star. And if you bring out your binoculars and telescopes and look very carefully, be patient, wait for those clear moments. If you have some haze, you're going to be looking through some haze here as well. But you'll be noticing that there is a beautiful star cluster in back of Mars. And that star cluster, it's a really beautiful one. It's been known since ancient times. Ancient Greek astronomers have seen it. It's 610 light years away. It's known as the beehive cluster because it's just so beautiful. It looks like a bunch of bees. In this case, looks like little diamond bees all buzzing around, clustered together. And it's amazing to think what you're looking at is 610 light years away. And it is easy to find now thanks to Mars riding right through the middle of this group of stars. So again, the trick here is getting a clear view to the western horizon. And the dates you want to remember is June 21st, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 23rd. What you see here is already on the 23rd of June, and you can see it's right in the middle. So this is really going to be a really interesting thing of the beehive cluster, as you can see here, being in the background of Mars. Don't miss that out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and after that, you'll even see as the days look, Mars will be on the other side by Thursday. But Wednesday, it'll be smack dab in the middle. This is Tuesday as well, and Monday. So it's really going to be an impressive sight if you've got binoculars and telescopes. A bit of a challenge because it's close to the horizon. You want to catch it before it sets, but this is going to be something fun to see as well. So that is what's going to be happening in this week. So we're just going to move over now to see what we can see after sunset. We're going to put it back at sunset. And what you'll also see is look at Venus. And you'll notice to the right of Venus will be two stars, and that's Castor and Pollux. We've talked about these two before. They're the lead stars in the constellation Gemini. So they'll be much fainter than Venus. They'll be visible star-like objects, but these are actual bona fide stars, many light years away. In case of Pollux, it's 34 light years away, whereas Castor is 51 light years away. So it takes, decades for the light to reach us from these stars. Whereas if you look at Venus, Venus is so much closer. It's 229 million kilometers away. It takes light only 12 and a half minutes to reach us from Mars. From Venus. From Venus, it takes only 12.7 minutes precisely for the light from Venus to reach your eye. And remember, Venus isn't shining because it produces light like a star does. It's a planet. So it reflects the sunlight off the cloud tops, which, by the way, Venus is enshrouded internally by very reflective, bright-colored, light-colored clouds. And that's what makes it so bright. And of course, because it's so close to the Earth as well, it's a neighboring planet, makes it very bright. But what will be neat is look at the stars Castor and Pollux that'll be next to Venus. And if we kind of advance the time clock by a couple of days. This is on Monday that we're looking at it. By Tuesday, by Wednesday, and Thursday, look what happens by Wednesday and Thursday. This is Thursday. It's in a straight line with Pollux and Castor. This will be very impressive to see as well. If you've got binoculars, bring it out, and you can see this lineup of 3 stars at sunset, all happening in the west. Easy to see. Don't need any special equipment, really. If you've got binoculars, it will help. It will help to pick out Castor and Pollux, especially if it's in the first 15 minutes to half hour after sunset. If I make it a little bit darker, though, you'll see more stars start popping into view, even on my planetarium program, and you can see Castor and Pollux in a beautiful lineup. Again, this is Thursday, Thursday night, this is what it will, and it's all leading up to. So each night, if it's clear tonight, as we're recording on Monday, look for it Monday after sunset, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you see Venus climbing higher into the sky, lining up better and better with Pollux and Castor until it culminates with this view that you see here on Thursday. So really something fun to see together as well. Now, what else has happened? We're recording, as I said, on Monday the 21st, but let's say we go back onto Monday, put it at sunset, put it maybe an hour after sunset, but look towards the rest of the sky. We'll zoom out, and if we look towards the southern and southeastern sky, what will greet you, of course, is the moon in the constellation Libra. Is where the moon is located Monday, June 21st. What I want you to look for is very interesting, is a star, an orange star to the lower left of the moon. That is in the constellation Scorpius. You can see it laid out there, mythological arachnoid, giant arachnoid in the sky. This is in the southeast. And the moon will be gliding closer to it by Tuesday. So if we move this view into Tuesday, June 22nd, look at that. You've got the moon positioned right above Antares. And Antares is a very, very cool star because it's about 550 light years away. It's a giant star. We think it's many times larger than our sun. Our sun would be easily swallowed in Antares. And the edge of this sun, the star, if we would replace it replace our sun with Antares, the edge of this star would go out to at least to Mars orbit. So think about that. Earth would be inside the star. It's really a giant. And it's going to be positioned in our sky, appearing close to the moon. Again, Tuesday, June 22nd is what you're seeing in the southeast, southern sky. At night, early at night. If you want to watch it later at night, you'll notice the pair will be climbing together in the southern sky. And you can see the Milky Way band running across Scorpius as well. But just remember, the moon is going to be getting near full moon this week on Tuesday. It's going to be very bright, and probably the Milky Way won't be visible, especially with the naked eye. Maybe with binoculars, you'll pick up, if you sweep this area, you'll pick up some nice star clusters, but the moon's glare will really be something you're battling for that view. But what will compensate will be this amazing close encounter between that bright star Antares and the moon. So you don't want to miss that. Again, that's Tuesday, June 22nd. Now, if we move to Wednesday, the next morning, for those of you that like to get up early in the morning, if we kind of move into Wednesday morning and we look towards the east, you'll have a new friend. You may remember Mercury was in our evening skies not too long ago, a few weeks ago. Now it's switched. It's in the early morning sky. So you will have, of course, let me get this into sunrise. There you are. And you'll see Mercury to the right of the sun, along with a star called Aldebaran, which those of you that have been around for a while may remember. Aldebaran is the eye of Taurus, the bull. So that's the constellation Taurus. It's, of course, it's usually in the winter sky for the evening viewing, but in the early morning viewing, this is the time, and around summer for Northern Hemisphere folks, you'll see Aldebaran in the early morning, and it'll be next to Mercury. Bit of a challenge. I suggest binoculars will help tremendously because of the glare of the coming sunrise will really make it a bit of a challenge to spot it. But Mercury is getting better to view, and we'll climb a little bit higher in the skies, but now's a good chance to catch Mercury for those of you that like to get up early before sunrise. Best views, maybe about a half hour to an hour before your local sunrise, you can catch Mercury. And you'll know you're looking at the right place because you'll see another orange star close to Mercury. That is going to be Aldebaran. All the action happening to the upper right of the sunrise, which of course is happening in the east northeastern sky. So again, that's coming up Wednesday morning, or you can look at it Thursday, Friday as well. So, but on Wednesday you can begin looking for Mercury. And then of course, if we move to Thursday, what's the big deal on Thursday? Of course, is going to be the full moon. The full moon is going to be rising in the east, southeast. If I put it up an hour, there you go. That is going to be your view as the moon rises, the full moon does, in the southeast soon after your local sunset. On Thursday will be officially the full moon, and this full moon in June is called the strawberry full moon. Why is that? Because in the northern hemisphere, of course, strawberries begin to come into season. I know here in Montreal, suddenly our farmers markets are getting filled with strawberries in June, and appropriately so because of that. There's been this tie-in to the name of the full moon in the month of June is affectionately called the strawberry full moon. And if you haven't watched a full moon rise in a while, or if you've never actually taken the time, highly recommend it. It is a fantastic sight because that silvery orb actually looks bigger thanks to an optical illusion our brains do with our vision, human vision. There's an optical illusion of making the full moon disk looks bigger towards the horizon. And sometimes it's colored as well because of a lot of dust and pollen in the air. You're looking through a thicker column of air when the moon is near the horizon, and it colors the disk of the moon perhaps yellowish or orangish. And as the moon, of course, climbs higher into the sky, that illusion of size disappears. Also, the coloration turns that traditional silvery color that's so associated with a full moon this Thursday. So you don't want to miss that strawberry full moon. Check it out. Then on Friday, if we go back to Friday night after sunset and we look towards the west, we're not finished there with everything. One object you can also start looking at before it disappears, my friend Leo the lion, is visible with, of course, its heart of the lion marked by the great star Regulus that's 77 light years away. So it's almost a human lifetime. An average human lifetime is about 76 to 80 years. And it's amazing to think, it just, to ponder that the light left on its journey from Regulus 77 years ago. And what was happening on Earth 77 years ago? It's just really interesting to think that's the journey time of the light from this star. And Regulus is very easily visible. It'll be lined up with Venus, Mars, and Regulus is just in a perfect lineup. Leo is very quickly sinking into the west and will be lost, and very shortly, within a matter of a few weeks, we won't be able to see Leo. We'll have to wait again until late winter next year to really get a good evening view of Leo again. So catch your view of Leo. That's for Friday or Saturday, perhaps. Any clear night is a good time to catch it, and it'll be lined up with Mars and Venus, making it a really nice sight. And then on the weekend, why not try your hand at looking at, of course, we've started our new season in the Northern Hemisphere. Of course, our new season is the summertime. And if we look towards the east, this will be a dominant factor throughout the summer season, is the summer triangle. The summer triangle are three stars that are rising in the east. They're the brightest three stars. You can't miss them. You can see them from city suburbs even with quite a bit of light pollution. These three stars will shine through. And each of them represent their own constellation. So you get to learn three constellations thanks to the summer triangle. This is called an asterism, by the way. And you may remember we talked a lot about asterisms. Asterisms are not constellations. They could be made up of a part of a constellation or multiple constellations, bright stars that represent multiple constellations. And that's the case here. As Vega is up here at the highest in the sky. This is again in the evening, just after darkness falls. Anytime over the next few weeks, you'll see it in the east. Vega, which marks the constellation Lyra the Harp, is at the top. Then to its lower left is Deneb, which is the lead star in the constellation Cygnus, the Swan. You may have heard of it as referred to as the Northern Cross. And then rounding out the third point in the triangle, of the summer triangle, is Altair. Altair is the lead star in the constellation Aquila the Eagle. Aquila the Eagle, as you can see here. And that is by far the brightest star in that constellation. So you get a wonderful 3-for-1 deal here of seeing these 3 stars. Check that out. It's a really easy sight to see again in the east. This weekend is going to be a great time to catch sight of that. Lots of good things all week long in the sky. I'm going to have sky charts for all of these things posted on my Facebook channel, through Instagram, on Twitter. So keep an eye out on all those channels. Now, if you like this video, we're on every Monday, Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern time, to talk about what you can see in the sky. And if you find it useful and you like it, please do hit the subscribe button, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, or on Instagram, or you're on YouTube watching. Please do subscribe and share it with your network, with your friends and family. Let's get more people out there to do some wonderful sky watching. And with that, I want to wish all of you, of course, clear skies. Bye-bye.